Hello, I'm Sam McCall, Managing Director of MSA National, and I've recorded this video just to let you know what measures MSA National is taking to make sure that every one of your loans settles on time with minimal impact to your customers. Now, as you know, we have a number of digital innovations that we've been rolling out since October 2016 to make sure we go paperless, and so things can be signed at the click of a mouse, returned to us at the click of a mouse, and settles on PEXA at the click of a mouse. Seamless. But as you know, that not all transactions qualify for PEXA, not all transactions qualify for e-sign, but certainly all transactions qualify for a verification of identity done via an app. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our app called IDU. Now, we have currently 5,700 registered users, predominantly using IDU to do an in-person verification of identity. But we just want you to be aware that there is also a remote function, and we believe that MSA National's IDU app is the only one with remote functionality built specifically for mortgage brokers. Now, if you go onto our website, iduapp.com.au, you will see a list of lenders who are now accepting remote verification of identity. And you'll hear more about that in the coming days from a number of our lender clients. Now, with e-sign, you would, if you have already experienced some of our transactions, you know that we are sending those documents electronically, they're signed electronically and sent to us electronically, no problem. But what happens if it's a paper settlement? So these are the measures that we've taken into account, or rather we've implemented in the last few days in the event that the flow of paper stops for whatever reason. It could be Australia Post shuts down, it could be that our own office has to shut down for whatever reason. Now currently we have 50% of our staff working from home, and that's going seamlessly, and you may not have even noticed a difference in your settlements, and that's been going on for a couple of weeks now, and we will be ramping that up. Now, as you also know, we have offices throughout Australia that we can lean on. So if one of our offices in one state shuts down for whatever reason, then we can leverage off the other one. And we have highly sophisticated technology to allow us to work from anywhere, anytime, even by phone. So let's look at some of the measures that we're taking for paper documents and paper settlements. So in the event that we can't send something by e-sign, our first option is to email those documents. So if you are a broker with a participating lender, now most lenders are adopting these measures and it's in its early days, but I'm very confident that most lenders, almost all of them, are going to allow us to email documents to your customers or to you direct. And now what is the challenge with that? The challenge is you have to print, collate, get the customer to sign it, and return it to us. So that is our first backup plan if we cannot print and collate on site and dispatch to you in a normal way through Australia Post, because even Australia Post could shut down, we don't know. The second backup is to, of course, if we cannot email, we will continue to print and collate. Now, let me assure you that MSA National has multiple sites around the country geared up to print and collate for any state, for any borrower domiciled in any state, which means that you're covered. Now, the likelihood of all our sites shutting down is quite remote because we do have 7 sites nationally across different multiple grids of electricity, multiple grids of internet. So I hope that's explained what we're going to do for paper. So just to repeat, for things that need to be done by paper cannot go through e-sign, where you sign at the click of a mouse. The backup is to send it to you by email for printing. And with that, there's going to be some specific instructions on how to print and collate, because the last thing we want is those documents to be printed incorrectly, returned to us incorrectly, and in dribs and drabs, and then it'll hold up settlement. So it is important that you follow those instructions that will be sent out with each email. Now, let's look at what happens then when the customers sign and return the documents. So in the event that Australia Post shuts down or our particular office shuts down, our backup measure there is that we will ask either yourself as the broker, the customer, or the customer's solicitor to scan and email the documents back to us. And we're going to accept scanned documents, and we're going to verify the documents on that scanned version, and on the undertaking that we are going to get the original handed over on or before settlement. So I hope that's clear. In some cases where we'll be asking, especially sensitive cases or sensitive loans where there is a guarantor involved, we will be asking customers to hop on a Skype call with us or a Zoom call so we can verify that they have the documents, that they've accepted the documents, and that they've signed the documents, and that they are holding it for us, and that they will send it to a place that we nominate on or before settlement. Now let's get to settlement. What happens if we get to settlement and we cannot meet face-to-face with the other party, whether it's an outgoing financial institution or whether it's a solicitor on a purchase? And whilst on purchases, I want you to understand that we are giving purchasers extreme high priority because we understand how sensitive it is for people to organise removalists and be ready to move in. The last thing we want to do is for their settlement to fall over. So with settlements, if for any reason settlement rooms shut down, our backup plan there is to appoint the other party as our agent to actually scan and email the documents to us with a personal undertaking by the principal of that firm or by the supervisor of that financial institution that they will hold on to the original title deeds. Now I'm talking about non-PEXA settlements here, yeah? I'm talking about paper settlements in the states who are not quite yet mandated, and even in the states where they are mandated, for example like in Western Australia, in some circumstances it still has to be paper. Now in those cases, our backup measure, as I said, is that we will accept a scanned and emailed copy of those documents which we are going to receive at settlement. And we will accept that undertaking, and we will then transfer the funds into the solicitor's trust account or to the other financial institution. Rest assured that there is always a backup measure for everything. So we don't want you to feel like, the sky's falling in and that settlements are going to fall through. That's not going to happen. We have a backup plan for every fail point. There are those 3 critical touch points which are the potential fail points. Remember, it's documents to signed, documents printed, dispatched to be signed in paper, documents returned for us to verify, and lastly, paper documents that need to be handed over at settlement. So it's those 3 touch points that are most at risk. We are managing that risk, and together as a team, in partnership with yourselves, with the customers, with other financial institutions and solicitors, we can get through this and not impact the customer in any way. So I hope this video has been informative. If at all you have any questions about our eSign solution, our IDU remote solution, how PEXA works, and what we are doing as backup measures for paper, please don't hesitate to contact us. So I hope this has been helpful, and until next time, take care.